Kill you all.
Dire team pick. Team Empire's turn to pick.
Dazzle. Bristleback.
Dire team pick.
Even though
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
wants this guy to win.
Team Empire's turn to ban.
Wants guy.
Dire team ban. Team Empire's turn to ban.
He's helping me now. You? What's the guy? Oh, this guy.
Storm Spirit.
Dire team pick.
Okay, congratulations. It is, I think. Guys, Logitech mouse pads for you. Round of applause for all of the listeners. Thank you very much. Okay, station. Let's go. The game, the players are on the moves.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
NiP versus Team Empire.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 1 of NiP versus Empire, your lower bracket finals. The winner of this will be facing off against Invictus Gaming in the grand finals. I'm Zyori, joined by WinteR. WinteR, what's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
I'm very well, ready to get some good Dota going. You sound ready as well, WinteR. Come on, man, bring the hype. This is the lower bracket finals. Somebody's going home after this best of 3.
And I see Axe, you know.
Uh-oh. So NiP, they had first pick this go around. They get the Wisp right away. Empire, they take the Dazzle Bristleback. There's that Axe you talked about. And all right, Skywrath for NiP and Storm Spirit, the third pick now for Empire.
And there won't be a Troll. So far, Troll has been 100% win rate in the series so far of today.
Glad to see him banned out.
People getting bored of the hero.
So what does NiP look for here to match with the Wisp? They've got the Axe. That could be your Wisp pairing. Tiny's already been banned out. What else comes to mind?
5 seconds remaining.
If they want to have an aggressive lane against the Storm, obviously PA that we saw today, very strong in the lane and will make a hero like Storm reliant on a lot of early game to go well. You know, he can pressure the Storm very well if they want to go for that.
Oh. It's a Chaos Knight. So in old school, we don't see CK too often these days. Tell us about his strengths.
He deals a lot of damage with the illusions, but has long cooldown. But his main problem is he doesn't have enough mana. So with IO, it solves that problem, and he has a lot of gank potential with IO.
5 seconds remaining.
He was buffed quite a bit. Now that ultimate lasts for a pretty long time.
50% chance of the ultimate.
Team ban.
Yep.
You can create one more extra illusion.
And they last for 42 seconds now. So final bans coming out. Empire, they'll ban out Lina. NiP, they'll think about this a little bit. They need to ban out another core for Empire. Probably their safe lane farmer for Silent.
5 seconds.
They need a core with a lot of AoE control or damage against CK, something like a Gyro that can take out the illusions.
Anyone else besides Gyro come to mind?
Gyro, Ember. These two comes to my mind right now. They can do 2-1-2 lanes, Bristol plus Dazzle, or even a Queen of Pain safe lane with Lion, which you can get X Scepter to clear out the illusions.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have some control on the illusions. Towards that late game, it could get a little out of control, but no real AoE clear. They could jump on the line, then hey, that Phantasm could be pretty good. So final pick for NiP as well. They'll need their other core, their mid laner most likely.
The CK IO can actually go mid against the Storm Spirit. Then the Storm will have a very, very hard time. You'll probably see maybe Team Empire want to switch their lanes, put the Storm into the safe lane and someone else into the middle, maybe Bristleback or someone else. We saw IG did that just now. They rotated the Bristleback into the PA's lane and they had the Shadow Fiend safe lane. Even though it didn't work, but that's something Team Empire can look to do.
Well, Empire, they'll have plenty of time to think about this last pick. They've got a lot of bonus time left. NiP thinking that Bristleback will be that safe lane farmer, it appears. They banned out the offlaner and that Bat Rider.
It's possible though. Bristleback still does very well against CK in the early stage before the CK has a lot of items. Once his illusions become really tanky, the Bristol doesn't actually take out the illusions pretty fast.
Yeah, especially when he has a Dazzle backing him up. Let's that Bristle get a little more manly in the laning stage. Any other options for Empire here?
I personally feel Queen of Pain will be a feasible option, good versus the Axe as well, but Team Empire haven't really run the hero too much, so I'm not very sure what they have in mind right now.
It's just been so long since I've seen a Chaos Knight actually picked up in a competitive match.
Yeah, because the hero has a lot of drawbacks before long cooldown and the ultimate, and without the ultimate he doesn't do too much damage, and they changed the IO tether without having a stun. It doesn't work very well with CK after that.
Yeah, one of the issues with CK as well is that he doesn't really power farm that well. If he gets momentum early on, finds a couple of kills, they have a couple good relocate ganks.
Maybe
sure.
Maybe Centaur. Centaur provides a lot of AoE control, and you have double edge to kill out the illusions. Might be a good way to deal with the CK.
Yeah. Having the Stampede as well can be an okay way to deal with the Wisp.
What are you looking forward to, Zyori?
A good question. A lot of flexibility for Empire.
Really hard to pinpoint a certain hero which is very good here. There are so many other options.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious if they think Lion is enough to try and deal with CK, at least enough that they can kind of keep him down and control the illusions.
Probably not, because Lion is actually...
10 seconds remaining.
Without the high levels in the mana drain, you don't clear the illusions very fast.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and well, that's a much different take. Night Stalker, the final pick for Empire.
Offlane Night Stalker, safe lane, Bristleback, I think. That's how they used to run this hero on the offlane.
So one of the great things about this draft for Empire is they can get aggressive early. Night Stalker and Bristle is two of your big, beefy cores. Very, very tanky early on. Not going to be easy for CK to find kills.
The silence as well, very useful against IO and the Skyroth.
Yep. So NiP, they'll need another core themselves. I have a feeling this will be Limp on the Axe in the safe lane. They'll probably put Wisp CK mid.
They can
that
actually
means you need your Jonas hero.
They can actually do IO, Skyroth, CK, aggressive tri-lane, leave the Axe 1v1 and Night Stalker, and just get another mid hero that can dominate the Storm, like Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain. How did I know you were going to say that? Anyone else besides Quap here?
Viper and Quap dominates Storm Spirit in the lane.
I think Lena was actually a really good ban, something NiP could have used here.
Yeah, and Viper is good versus Bristleback as well.
Okay, it's a Phoenix. Caw.
So it's dual lanes. I think it's off lane Phoenix, safe lane Axe, IOCK mid.
Yep, I think so too. So talk to us about Phoenix a little bit. We haven't seen this hero too much this tournament.
I'm not sure how well the Phoenix will do this game because there's a lot of disable from Lion and Night Stalker. He's very weak versus the silence from Night Stalker. But he provides his team a very good team fight with the CK. So we'll look to see how much he can do in the team fights.
Yeah, though at the same time, they don't have a huge amount of attack speed on Empire. So Phoenix might be able to get a couple supernovas off before he finds that hand of Midas. Time will tell. But here we go. Game number 1 of Empire versus NiP, your lower bracket finals. It begins here. Let's introduce some rosters here, WinteR. On the Radiant side, we've got Team Empire. Yoki, he'll be in the off lane, taking Helm on the Bristleback. Always want to fly, he'll be here on the Shadow Priest Dazzle. Silent, he takes the Night Stalker. Aloha Dance, he'll be on the line, and that leaves Resolution on the Storm Spirit.
And on the dire side, we have NiP, Jonathan on the Phoenix, and Handskin on the IO. We have Era handling the CK, Limp on the Axe, and lastly, we have Silkit on the Skywrath Mage.
Everything looking fairly predictable for NiP. Lanes as you predicted, they'll get a lane ward down in the bottom, make things a little easier for the Phoenix, and a ward in the mid.
30 seconds to battle.
The Phoenix will probably get a lot of levels in this lane. It's Lion, Night Stalker. The first few waves should be fairly easy for him before the Night Stalker hits higher levels when he starts to get silenced.
And how will these lanes settle down for
It's going to be a
Empire?
Dazzle Bristol back off lane as well. So both teams going to do a 2-1-2 setup.
Okay, Empire's still rotating around a little bit. Looks like they'll make a stand at the top bounty, and it'll be NiP that takes the bottom bounty. Wisp gets one, and Lion grabs the other. Yeah, Yoki will head to the off lane, and now these supports rotate down bottom.
So Lion and Night Stalker will be heading all the way to bottom, and both sides, one with each bounty rune. And the Dazzle is actually going to be babysitting the Storm in middle against the dual lane. This is interesting.
These lanes will be a little opsided. That'll put Yoki in a 1v2 scenario, and conversely puts Jonas in a 1v2. They'll see Aloha Dance rotate down, and Silent, he moves into the jungle for now, cuts the creep or the tree, and looks for a creeple.
Yeah, Yoki is going to take a lot of harassment at the start. X went for level 1 Battle Hunger to help the Skywrath zone him out.
Yeah, he gets one creep kill of experience, and now he's back to regen. That'll be his salve used already. So mid lane, Dazzle Storm versus CK Wisp. Talk to us about this dual lane a little bit.
And this Dazzle is just to make sure that the Storm doesn't die in the lane, because CK plus IO has a lot of killing potential at level 2 and level 3 respectively. Storm having a partner like Dazzle, you can always push the lane and make sure you have more creeps than the enemy. So the Storm, if you try to dive the Storm with a lot of creeps, the heal bomb will actually kill the CK. So the Storm can farm under this lane with the Dazzle constantly being here.
Yeah, so far, Resolution's off to a great start. 6-0 compared to the 2-0 of Era.
Just look at this. The Night Stalker is actually doing creep pulls, and Lion's farming the lane.
Okay, so maybe they do want to get those points in mana drain like you were talking about to deal with those illusions. Oh, back mid, they're going to go on to Always Want to Fly, but the heal bomb comes out, they turn it on to Era. Handskin will heal him up, compliments of that bottle. Some blood exchanged, but no kill.
You can see Yoki's having a very hard time at top. He's already opted to go stack Ancients, and he's still level 1. Top rune will go to the Wisp. Wow, this rune.
The regen. It's a dream for a Wisp.
But they can just charge into the Storm right now with the regen rune and just heal up. This lane is going to get very tough for the Storm.
So down bottom now, Silent's going to be the one taking a little bit of farm. Aloha Dance rotates in.
That was close if he got the stun when he was diving.
Yep. Jonas will be okay though. Has plenty of regen still. So far the Axe, last hit leader tied with the Storm. He's having a great time in this safe lane. Basically just free farming his Yoki, leeching what little XP he can. He'll find level 2. Oh. Jonas, he's gonna get hexed up. Silent, they want to dive this tower. He hits him with the Fiery Souls. He'll use the salve, it gets knocked off, but he'll live. Silent now on the run. Fiery Souls come out again. The Spirits rather. Still no
that was
first
really
blood.
close. The Spirits saved his life. The mid lane here, they still haven't opted to use their regen rune. You could probably try to do some damage on the Storm with this regen fairly soon. Level 3, 1-1-1 skill build.
Wisp starting to stack up in the jungle. Double stack here at the hard camp. Something for the CK to retreat to. No stacks up yet for the Storm, but still plenty of time to do so. At least Bristol has these ancient stacks going on. Looks like he'll just linger around and
I'm
maybe
actually
look for a
interested
third.
to see though, Zyori. It's going to be night soon for minute 4, and what does the Night Stalker do from here? Does he continue to farm, or he just starts to move around? He's building into a phase boost first, so that's going to give him more damage and mobility during the first night.
Puts a lot of pressure on though to get something done in that first night and find some kills. Looks like he'll have phase boots right around that same time if he can get a few of these last hits under the tower.
This Bristleback is getting very little compared to the Phoenix. Phoenix is level 4 already.
Jonas having a great time though. He's already level 4.
Lion could be in trouble here.
Here we go, Icarus dive down, tether across, Wisp ball's coming out, Aloha Dance in trouble, it's a first blood for Jonas. Nicely done. Good rotation from Hanskin as well, makes it easy. He'll bottle up the bounty rune. Storm, he gets an invis.
This rune would be really helpful to stand in the lane because they don't have sentry, so in case of anything that happens, a blink strike and he can just invis and run away. And we see Lion coming back towards bottom lane. Are they going to move the Night Stalker and give the lane to the Lion?
Yeah, they've been sharing the farm, at least they were at the beginning. Now the Night Stalker taking over the lane. 19-6 right now, almost level 5 as we move into the first night. He does have enough gold for those phase boots if he wants them. 3 points in the void.
Meanwhile, the Bristol still not getting much from the map. He's having a very, very hard time compared to the Phoenix. This lane is treating him much worse than the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's giving NiP a nice little lead coming out of this laning stage. First blood helping as well. About a 750 golden experience lead. Not too bad for only 5 minutes in. Era doing pretty well in the mid. About 6 CS behind the Storm, but down bottom, Jonas, he's gonna get silenced. No Icarus dive for you. And the bird dies.
And for the top lane, you see the Axe is starting to go into the jungle and giving the support the lane to farm. See this getting more and more common nowadays. Teams are giving the supports more farm and more priority, but usually you see it on support like Lion instead of support like Skyra.
Mid lane, initiation onto Always Wanna Fly. Reality Rift comes out, but the Shallow Grave is there. Hanskin almost gets turned around on, he uses the wand charges, sipping the bottle. Resolution going in deep for this, he wants it, but the Icarus dive is there. He gets stunned up and Resolution will go down. Dazzle finds the kill on Wisp, but 1 for 1, but NiP making out a lot better.
And here comes the Night Stalker going to secure the bottom rune, for himself. Gets a regen rune. Oh, he might actually get
Jonas
his kill.
Walks into the wrong place at the wrong time. It's nighttime. There's no Wisp to save him. Silent will continue to pursue. Icarus dive in 10. TP in. Does he find the kill? Reality Rift pulls him back. There's your stun. Now Hanskin's here. Silent on the run. He does have that movement speed advantage. Phase boots versus powered shreds. Plus the nighttime will keep him safe. Wow.
Oh, middle lane as well.
Now the stun on Storm. Uh-oh, Limp's here. There's a Berserker's Call. He's level 6. Does he find the donkey? Pump fakes. There it is. Storm Spirit down. Dazzle. It's a double dunk for Limp. 4-2 is NiP pulling to the lead.
That's for me.
X has so far enough gold for the Vanguard already. He's gonna finish it.
I think he'll go Vanguard.
Yeah,
with this kind of a start.
Gonna give him a lot of tankability against the Night Stalker and the Bristleback, but Bristleback is still it's still a long way to go before he comes online. He's gonna be waiting for the Storm and the Night Stalker to make some space so he can actually farm.
Right now, Bristle only level 3. He still has 0 last hits. 7 minutes in, he's still 0-0.
That's really hard for him on the laning phase here, Yoki.
He's at least level 3. They've got a big Ancient stack here, but he can't kill it.
I think they saw him.
He's going to be in trouble. In comes Seal Kid, hits him with the Ancient Seal. Limp's nearby. He's low on mana. He'll have a Berserker's Call or a dunk. It's the dunk! This Axe is getting out of control here, WinteR. 4.2k net worth. Oh, we'll hold that thought in the mid lane. Resolution finds a kill on the Wisp with the help of the Lion. Now Era, he's going to go down as well. It's a 2-0 in the mid lane. Empire striking back.
Storm is level 6 now, so he's going to be feeling
bottom lane, WinteR. Jonas, he's going to be in some trouble perhaps. He's not going to have the damage though. Icarus dive is there, and now maybe they'll turn it around the other way. Supernova, Silent on the run. He dies to the burn. It's a solo kill for Jonas.
Oh, that was a very big kill to get on the Night Stalker. Very, very good play from the Phoenix.
That's a good way to get that first Supernova going. He's now level 7. And the disparity, of course, is these offlaners. And Jonas 3-1-2. Bristleback, well, he's got 2 creep kills.
The Storm
make it
found
3.
a stack here, Zyori.
Oh. Okay.
Small victory for them.
Storm doing okay. Net worth #1 for Empire.
He's gonna kill him.
But now he gets jumped on. He gets silenced. There's your Mystic Flare. Kill on the Storm, and they're not done yet. Silent comes in onto Era, hits him with a slow, but Hanskin, he's here on the low ground. There's your Chaos Bolt. There's a Reality Rift as well. It's no longer nighttime. Silent.
Oh, Storm buys back.
He'll be, okay, he'll be there.
Oh no.
Worth it?
Worth it for NiP.
Absolutely.
At least Storm didn't lose too much. It's an early game buyback, so it was still not too bad for him.
Well, it does save his Night Stalker, though. Enough to scare back the CK.
Look at the X right now. He's almost close to his blink after purchasing the early Vanguard. He's going to be a huge driving force for NiP. We've seen this time and time again from them. Giving the X the safe lane and making sure he gets a good start.
Mid lane, zip forward onto Era. Aloha Dance showing off that Blink Dagger. Gets a kill on Era and as well as Handskin. Now a 2-0 the other way. Empire again regaining some momentum.
This was the play as a result of how Empire ran their lanes. They gave the Lion very early lane to farm. Oh, Silent, is he in trouble?
Another solo kill for the Phoenix. He's going to have a Midas before too long here.
He may not have the best last hits, but definitely killed. The kills on the Night Stalker were so big in the lanes. Twice already.
4 hero kills already. Meanwhile, in the Dire jungle, this stack not going to the Chaos Knight. Instead, it'll go to the Axe, and that'll secure his Blink Dagger. 10 minutes. He's got Blink, Vanguard, and Tranquils.
Just take a look at the net worth chart. He's so far ahead of everyone.
Apparently, there's some stacks in the Radiant jungle.
Oh, there's a regen rune on the Storm.
All right. Good news for Resolution. He's got his Soul Ring up now. Era, level 8. Just a Bracer for now. We'll see if he moves into a set of drums, perhaps.
This is going to be the first gang, the first Blink gang. I don't think Empire know this.
But they will take a defensive posture. Resolution, good timing to move into this big sack here. He'll get a little bit of gold and also stay safe.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
NiP hungry for blood, though. They're all grouped up and ready to fight if they can find an opening.
Good news for Empire, the second Night phase is going to be coming soon, but the Night Stalker so far hasn't had too many items after getting killed by the Phoenix, so I'm not sure how much he can actually get done in the second Night phase. But his silence will be really crucial into shutting down the Phoenix in teamfight.
Yeah, he's finding some farm down bottom, but his teammates in the mid, Aloha Dance. Blinks forward, but Limp makes it out. Fast reaction there.
So the Phoenix is going to have his Midas in another minute or two. Just 300 gold short. So this Phoenix is going to be very, very farmed this game.
Also very high level. It'll be interesting to see what item build he goes for. We've seen Atos very popular, Scotty as well, or Shivas as well.
Top lane, see the Storm coming in with the Invis.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Era now picks up the Helm of Iron Will. Maybe an HOD coming out for him. A lot of rotations from Empire here. Storm zips forward, reveals the Invis, goes on to Handskin. There is a relocate, but does he dare use it? Tether across, he'll be okay for now. But Silence on the hunt. It's nighttime thanks to that darkness. Stun onto Seal Kid, Silence onto Era. Handskin makes it out.
So they were lucky not to lose anyone there. That all 5 heroes were up. And that was a huge victory for NiP. Empire rotated 5 and they got nothing out of that.
Wisp closing in on his urn. Looking at the Radiant side. How's this Bristleback doing? Yoki, he's got level 6. Vanguard on the way. At least has the Vitality booster now. Looks like he was able to clear out this big Ancient stack. 24 CS now. Getting a little bit better, but still very poor. Him and the Night Stalker both. The bottom end of the pack in terms of cores.
This Axe is just so strong right now. He's so confident. He's running up here alone. With the relocate, they can actually kill anyone.
Power of the Wisp. They really want to fight. Ever since this Blink Dagger come out, Axe has been so aggressive with his positioning.
Yeah, if he can actually catch the Storm here, it would be really great for him. He's just trying to look for him in the jungle.
And he'll steal a little bit of farm from Empire, clearing out some of their neutrals on the eastern side of their jungle.
Oh no,
Silent, he's going to walk right into him. And Limp will blink defensively.
The team
Jonas-
fight's really scary though, with the CK illusions and the egg and the axe initiating our top lane.
And Midas is up on the Phoenix
Needs
now.
to kill
so
the IO
farming can
first.
begin.
He needs to find the IO first.
Yeah, Handskin lingering nearby here. Aloha dance around the backside. Earth Spike's there. Handskin has a relocate. He takes the finger. He relocates him right back into the lane. He lives for now. Now the cavalry has arrived. Limp's there. Resolution in a lot of trouble. He'll get Grave, but there's the dunk. Supernova looks for a kill on the Lion. Yoki on the run. He'll get stunned up. He gets dunked as well. Dazzle, he's hasted. He'll live because of it, but it's a 3-0. What a relocate from Handskin. Popped them back just in time to survive the onslaught.
Empire are just having a really hard time team fighting into NiP. Usually they have the Panda on the safe lane, but this game they don't have a hero that actually can control team fights much better compared to the Phoenix. So NiP are just having such a huge lead because of having a superior team fight lineup.
Radiant's
And
middle
NiP a
tower
pretty scary late game as well with the CK Axe.
Yeah, with the Axe and CK plus the Supernova, that's still definitely a lineup that's really strong in the late game.
So tier 1 tower mid, taking some heavy damage. Earth Spike from the Lion will repel the push. Era closing in on an armlet. It's about one piece away and he'll have it in just a moment's time.
are fortified.
And those early kills on the Night Stalker
Dire's
just
bottom
made him so
tower
useless right now.
has been
Silent doesn't do so much and they are going to chase. They're relocate.
Oh! Noble effort there from Limp as he blinks into the trees, but can't find it. Still a nice deny on the tower from Era though. That is the
Dire's
first
middle
tower kill of the
tower is
game.
under attack.
NiP will find the victory. Yoki, he's got his Vanguard now. Still on the road to recovery, actually getting outfarmed by the Lion of all heroes. But at least he's got something. 1100 HP.
This has to work for them. They need to get a big pick off. If they can kill the Phoenix, he's on a streak. They're going to get a love goal here.
Here we go.
No finger.
Smoke rotation from Empire. They'll go in, blink onto Jonas. There's a finger ready. The bird will go down, but Limp is here. Resolution gets silenced. He gets brought down by the Mystic Flare. It's a 1 for 2. And dare I say, not worth it.
But are they still going to chase this?
So Armlet is up on Era now, closing in on level 11 also. That second point in Phantasm is when it starts to get a little more scary. That second illusion comes out. Tier 1 mid will be NiPs for the taking with 2 in the grave. I don't think Empire are going to pose much of a defense here. Glyph comes out and that'll just delay the inevitable.
They're going to lose this tower. There's no way they can defend this. They need to just split push for now and try to attack, not get caught out by the axe and the relocate though. There's no way they can take a direct fight.
So what's the game plan if you're Empire at this
Try
point? You're
to
behind
smoke
by like
gang.
7,500
I
gold
think they
in
need
XP.
to try to smoke gang the IO's lane so that you are not in a risk of relocate gang from them. If you gang the other lanes, they can relocate in and back up.
Silent up top, just trying to find some space to farm. He's now got an urn to go with his bottle phase boots, but still very poor. And this is a Night Stalker that's lost so much momentum. And he's pretty much just good for that silence at this point.
It's not going to be very useful in these team fights. Like, he's so weak right now. Like, one stun, he's just dead. I'm not even sure if he can run up and just silence the Phoenix in the team fight. It will be a really difficult task. And you look at Jonas Affirm, he knows that the only way he dies is by the silence, and he's building into a Yield Scepter right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower up top will start taking some pressure. Again, Empire have a glyph. They'll use it now and no defensively mounted. Happy just to find some space to farm safely in the bottom lane. Looks like Storm going for the Bloodstone first item. Has the point booster, another 1,200 gold. Resolution, really the only one farming pretty well for Empire.
Yeah, but there's no way they defend the towers. NiP realized Empire is just too big, and in the meantime, Empire just managed to get 2 wards around this area, so it will give them enough coverage to know that it's very safe right here. As long as they see the axe in the lane, they can actually just push the lane. Then there's nothing to be worried of. Once axe hides, they need to be careful right now.
Radiant's top tower.
Well,
Axe
looks
is
like
off the map, so they have to be really careful.
NiP will get this tower kill on the top lane. The glyphs come out also, and their tier 2 not so healthy, but it'll still be alive.
They might actually want to relocate middle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No. All right. Well, Jonas on his way to a Yule Scepter. Has the 2 regen pieces closing in.
Good news for Empire is that NiP's lineup doesn't Rosh very easily, so they can't really take the Rosh that early on. Otherwise, it would allow them to snowball very, very hard.
Now Yasha comes out onto the Chaos Knight.
Yeah, probably going, yes, definitely Sanchen Yasha.
Yep.
Or Manta sometimes could be good if there's silence on the opponent's squad.
Yeah, that's a good point. Against the Night Stalker, it's pretty good, but is the CK really likely to be silenced that much over all these other heroes?
I mean, it's still really strong because it works with your Reality Rift, so it's still a good item on CK, Manta.
True. However, it is Era, and we all know how much he loves his S and Y. Well, Empire happy to take a more passive turn here as they just try to farm up, level things out a little bit. But NiP taking this opportunity to continue their farm. Another big item pickup here on the Axe. His farm just continues to impress.
Is under attack.
They're going to move with the newly purchased Axe Scepter on the Axe, so this Axe is just really huge right now. He's just going to be able to kill anyone he finds, and he's a great counter towards the Shallow Grave as well.
Darkness used by Silent here. He'll bottle up that bounty rune in the top. And NiP reveal the smoke down bottom as Limp cuts the wave. Looks like they will just try to clear out this last tier 1 tower.
Just look at how NiP is playing. They know that the only way Empire comes back into the game is they gank the IO's lane so that they can't really relocate. If they gank the other lanes, they can relocate to backup. So they're playing so safe and they don't see any of the Empire heroes.
Pretty much all Empire can do is just farm these Ancients. Yoki's on top of it. They'll have another Belt of Strength here, maybe the beginnings of a Sange.
And he's caught up really nicely, the Bristleback. Looking at his net worth.
Mid lane.
Relocate.
A go on the tower, relocate in. Jonas doesn't get the deny, but Silent will be punished for his attempt on the tower.
I think it was worth it to die for the tower there because they were so far behind. They needed to make something happen on the map. And relocate, it's going to come back here. Oh, nice impale.
Era, Olafai is lonesome here, throws out a stun onto Aloha Dance. Now the cavalry's here. Lion goes down to the Mystic Flare. And Dazzle, he'll try to TP home. Any way to interrupt it, they've got a silence, but no stun. Berserker's Call. Couldn't get there in time.
The Storm finishes the Bloodstorm from that. They get a kill, they get the middle tier 1 as well. But so far, even though they lost 2 heroes, but I would still say it's a good trade for Empire, considering the situation they are in.
Yep, when you're behind, a break even is definitely in your favor. The Sange is now up on the Bristleback. Probably an S and Y in the future of Yoki. And yeah, there's that Bloodstone you were talking about.
Even Heaven's Helper wouldn't be that bad on the Bristol this game.
True. CK not going for that BKB right away at least, but
generally CKs you can't really buy MKB on this hero. It's not worth the price. You just need stats items. So going early evasion against this hero could be a good idea.
Well, Era will commit to the Manta style. Now has the ultimate orb to go with his Yasha.
Now NiP probably needs a gem so they can actually control the map and just remove all this vision. Now Empire is still just relying on these 2 deep wards that have to actually decide where is safe to farm and where isn't safe to farm. So NiP has to probably get a gem fairly soon to control the map to further extend their lead.
Resolution still making the best out of a tough situation. Farming is pretty effectively here. He's closing in on Era, only about 700 net worth away. And Aghanim is not far off for Silent. Only about 800 gold to go. And they'll have that nighttime vision.
Even if they have that night vision, I don't think they can even win fights. Because NiP are just much stronger at clashing head-on 5 on 5. And Empire's lineup right now, they need to rely on the Night Stalker giving them vision so that the Storm can actually catch out heroes that are alone.
Yoki continuing to work the Ancients here, and he will go for the S and Y, so no Halberd. This is one of many things that makes the Bristle so powerful. He can just turn his back and farm the Ancients so easily.
Yeah,
and after that abysmal start, he's really recovered quite nicely.
He's completing the SMY, so it's going to make him a lot more stronger and faster. And he's going to start to be able to deal more damage because they need another hero to do damage since the Night Stalker has been shut down badly in the laning phase. Or they're going to see this coming with the vision.
Kid on the low ground. Empire all over this NiP jungle right now.
They need to gank this lane. They need to gank the IO's lane.
Perhaps thinking about it, hand skin.
Oh, Era is probably going to get caught out here. Oh, NiP is going to stand back up. Phoenix is going to TP in.
Oh, reality rip from the high ground. That's onto Aloha Dance, and the line goes down.
Relocate forward.
Relocate forward, right onto Yoki. Reality rift once again. He's got the KS Bolt off cooldown. Yoki fogging him pretty well, but they get the vision. A long duration stun, and Yoki will fall in the trees.
Oh, he gets
but
the
Wisp
IO
dies.
in return.
Wow.
At least he gets one before he dies.
Yeah. Still gets the experience.
And you see Resolution building into more defensive item. Gonna get the Shivas. Oh, he's gonna get called here by the axe here. No
Berserker's
relocate.
call. Follow-up damage isn't there. Era TP's in, but can't get there fast enough. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Jonas, it's him versus Silent, always want to fly. He'll be silenced, uses the Yule's Scepter. Just trying to bide his time right now. Supernova comes out, Seal Kid rotates over, misses the Mystic Flare, but will push Silent back, and Jonas will live easily.
Still a good trade for Empire. They made NiP use some of their cooldowns, especially the Supernova, which is quite decent. So Empire right now has maybe a window of opportunity to try and take a fight with the Supernova down.
Silent now has his Aghanim Scepter. Be on the way.
Oh, those early boots of travels, again, on X. We see this time and time again from the NiP team. They prioritize on getting a lot of global presence on the X early on, in tandem with the IO's relocate. So it's going to be very dangerous for the Storm to farm outside the map.
Yeah. Even though this game is slowed down and sort of plateaued a little bit, NiP holding at that 7,500 golden XP lead, they're pretty content. They've got this good late game like we've talked about. Era's still finding the farming needs. Armlet, Manta, HOD. Pretty good kit for this Chaos Knight already. And getting closer to that level 16, halfway through 14.
They're still trying to find a chance to actually do Roshan with our lineup, but it's going to take a long time. So they have to find a chance where they actually don't lose so much control of the map. That if they do it at the wrong time, Empire will actually push all the lanes and take a very good trade. So they're going to go into the rush pit right now. Come of Dominator on the CK, something you don't see too often.
Well, Empire still just farming away. Resolution getting closer to that Shiva's guard. He's got about 1,800 gold up on top of the plate mail. The rest of his team kind of in the mid lane. They don't have any vision in that area. Only one more down for Empire right now, and it looks like this will be an uncontested Roche. Era will get it. Nicely done by NiP. They rolled the dice, and this time it pays off.
On top lane, we can see Axe is playing very, very aggressive. He knows that he can afford to do so because there's a relocate, and if they try to kill him, they will potentially lose a lot of heroes. So he's just taking his chance, farming a lot of creeps very near enemy territory.
So what does Limp look for next? He's already got another 2,500 gold up. They'll clear out the Radiant Ancients. What's your go-to from here?
If there's no one getting the Shivas, he could probably do that.
He is a little bit light on armor, especially when he drops these Tranquils. So yeah, Shivas could be quite good.
Or even straight up get a heart would be a good choice as well. The Axe.
Well, now in the mid lane, NiP, they'll put some pressure on this tier 2. Glyph is available for Empire. Phantasms have been used. The tower falling quickly, and they won't even glyph it. They'll just let it go down, saving the glyph in case of a high ground siege. NiP will just back out, happy with their new spoils.
They're going to move towards the bottom lane fairly soon. They just want to make sure every lane is pushed out so they don't lose out on farm before going to push again.
Look at this on the Wisp. He's got himself a casual cloak. Smart choice. He'll probably be the recipient of that Finger of Death more often than not.
Yeah, there's a lot of spell damage on Empire side right now. So the casual cloak has a lot of value in it. And at this point, I think NiP just needs to get gem instead of... Yeah, getting a lot of sentries though. It's very hard for the supports to get other items sometimes. He already, the Skyrim finishes his 4 stuff. I guess he doesn't need anything for now. They're going to find the Axe here with the vision from the Night Stalker.
Smoke
Relocate's up.
rotation. There we go. Zip to the
relocate's
high
gonna come.
ground. They find Limp. Aloha Dance is there. Even a weed
no.
from the Dazzle. But Limp's still alive for now. Relocate in. They find Aloha Dance. Even a Phantasm used for this. And they'll get an easy kill. They're not done yet. Yogi on the run. Battle Hunger's there. He may be fast, but they're faster. Limp has a Berserker's Call, getting healed up by the Sunray. Now the zip in. Jonas, he gets silenced and brought down, but Yoki falls as well. Empire with only 3 alive. They'll sound the retreat. Resolution very low on mana. No bottle charges. There's your Reality Rift. Limp comes in. Berserker's Call is there. They're putting a lot of damage back onto Axe, but Mystic Flare. Shallow Grave under Resolution. Where's the slam dunk? He's silenced and he TP's out. Storm survives. Always want to fly. He'll TP out as well. 2 close calls for Empire. But boy, that could have been a lot worse.
It's actually the Night Stalker on Team Empire getting a gem right now, trying to control the map for his team. His next item will probably be BKB.
And
So
NiP,
far, things are still going okay for Empire.
NiP still getting the better of that skirmish, furthering their lead now to about 13,000 in terms of net worth. But that could have been a disastrous team fight if those silences weren't there. So CK, how do you itemize this hero, WinteR? He's got his basic kit and almost another 4,000 gold sitting in the bank. What do you go for here?
Probably hard next thing will be good, because he buffs up your illusions fairly well.
Very
You can
true.
go either hard or even, I think SNY even now is good on this hero. Hard or AC would also be good choices here for him.
All right.
Dire's top tower is
BKB,
under
now the item of choice on Limp. And still hanging on to those Tranquil Boots. Looks like he ditched the wand. But now he's got fresh magic immunity ready for this next fight. Bristleback, he has a BKB on the way also. Still a Mithril Hammer off.
Night Stalker removes another vision point from NiP. They're just trying to split up over the map as much as possible because they know they can't really fight NiP head-on. So Lion's gonna try and maybe initiate here with the Night Stalker nearby once they know that the Phoenix is alone.
Yeah, NiP actually don't have any wards down right now. That
have
gem
to
has
do
been
this-
pretty effective.
They have to do this really quick though because the relocate. If they don't kill the Phoenix instantly, they're just gonna die. Oh, here comes the relocate soon.
Skywrath Mage nearby. Icarus Dive around Silent. In comes Aloha Dance, gives him the finger. Silence is there, but Jonas, can he get off the Supernova? He doesn't even need to. They bring down the Lion. NiP reacting so quickly before they can even kill the Phoenix.
That was just a very risky play there because of the threat of relocate. If you can't kill him in 1-2 seconds, you're just gonna die.
So the relocate takes him back down bottom. Era now picks up the ultimate orb. What do you think this is likely to
Scotty.
be? Never mind, it's a Scotty.
The flavor of the month.
We serve the same purpose.
Still pretty good on the CK though. Get that Reality Rift. Once you hit him with the slow, there's no getting away from this guy. Limp.
Yeah. Stats is very useful on CK, that's for sure. Looking at the state of the game right now, Empire still
Radiant's
very far
bottom
behind,
tower
but
is under attack.
as long as they have a couple of buybacks, they might still be able to hold the high ground.
Silent bumps right into Jonas. He puts out a silence.
Oh,
Okay,
here
Yules
comes the
comes out for the
TPs.
setup. A lot of TPs to that tier 1 tower. Silent will just TP home himself. Limp almost gets there, but not in time for the Berserker's Call.
Base created.
Yep.
Now his team can actually farm the other lanes knowing that there are 3 heroes already at top lane.
Once again, looking pretty rich on this Wisp. The top farmer across the 4 supports, and he's got about 2,200 gold to spare. Maybe a Blink Dagger could be in his future. Maybe a mech.
I think Vlad's will be really good because it's
Yeah.
really good with CK.
Yeah, you're right. Or with all those illusions, pretty good.
Where's the Night Stalker? Night Stalker.
Shiva's up on Storm, and there's your Scotty. Out on the CK. Now Air up to 2,500 hit points. Hitting for nearly 200 a
Radiant's
pop.
top tower is
The rest of
under attack.
NiP rotating from the top lane
Oh, they're
through
gonna
the
cut.
mid.
They're gonna cut them here.
Oh,
no,
they're
this
going to
looks
make
like
an
a really good
Empire
fight.
sandwich. There's the Yule setup on the Lion. Blink forward. Berserker's Call into Silent. He'll get silenced. Brought down by the Mystic Flare. Now the dunk onto Aloha Dance. Fast 2-0. NiP further their lead. Now 23-10. 33 minutes into game 1 of your lower bracket finals.
That was a really good maneuver from NiP sandwiching their opponents just outside their base. There was nothing Empire could do.
Now all of a sudden, NiP looking to siege high ground. They've got all their ultimates except the Mystic Flare available. Phantasm off cooldown, ready to rock.
No one has buyback, Andrew. This is going to be a hard defense for Empire.
Scary indeed. They do have a glyph, maybe their one saving grace. BKB on the bristleback, that'll help him out a little bit. Manta and the Phantasm. Look at all these Chaos Knights, Winter.
He got the extra spawn. That's 4 illusions.
Glyph has already been used, but before these heroes can even respond, the tier 3 goes down. This should be Elena Barracks. Empire, if they want to defend it, they've got to go, go, go.
He needs to go in with the Shivas.
Melee Barracks down, now ranged under assault. Resolution hops in, Shiva's guard zips right back out. NiP now trying to retreat. Era will get initiated on, 4-stab back. Chaos Knight finishes off the line with illusions. It's a 5v4 on the field. Now Yoki uses the BKB, but he can't do a hell of a lot. Resolution locked down with the silence. And Liv looking for the dunk, can't find it. But the Night Stalker falls to the Chaos Illusions again. Axe does find the dunk on the Storm after all. Always want to fly, it's a double dunk. That's gonna make it a 4-0, and Empire in a lot of trouble.
That was just so difficult to fight him, and CK has ultimate. Empire's team fight are just not very impressive at all. They have not much AoE control, and the CK illusions just took too long to take down.
No buybacks available here for Empire. Their mid lane of Barracks will get cleaned up. NiP can probably just rotate top and get Mega Creeps off this.
Yeah,
if not, at least get a tier 3 tower.
This game is already over already. They can't defend at all.
Has fallen.
It's feeling pretty over, Winter. Empire, they'll hang into the bitter end, though. A lot on the line here. They're not going to tap out too early. Resolution hops in on the limb. Sunray on the backside, healing him up. Aloha Dance falls like a sack of bricks into a river. Relocate out. NiP just trying to retreat. Era may get left behind here. Stun onto Yoki. The relocate back in. Icarus dive through. Fiery Spirits. Slowing down the attack speed, and now they come back with more HP and mana ready to rock and roll. Dazzle gets off a grave, but it's another slam dunk to bring him down. Yoki, he'll TP home, but still a 5v3 on the field, and that's it, Empire GG. It's Ninjas in Pajamas that take game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Empire now 1 game away from elimination.
And just the Night Stalker pick, I'm not sure what did it accomplish this game.